talk shit. Have you felt a little embarrassed talking about shit? Is it? You shouldn't be. I think you are thinking that how a beautiful lady can talk about shit this morning. But I'm sure that this morning, every one of you used your toilets, isn't it? And then what you have done? You just pressed the magic button and got relieved by flushing it away, isn't it? Is it? Am I right? Yes? Okay. Now tell me, how many of you actually know where is your shit now? Can you please raise your hands? No hands at all? I can see 1 or 2 hands over there. So let's discover together where is your shit right now. In Bangladesh, actually, more than 80,000 tons of human waste is generated every day. We termed it as fecal sludge, of which only 1% is treated. So what happens to the rest 99%? I'll come back to that in a minute, but before that, let's concentrate on Dhaka, what's happening in Dhaka. In Dhaka, less than 1/4 of the city area is covered by piped sewerage network. So what is happening to the rest of the area? Ideally, there should be septic tank attached to each and every apartment's households, and all the feces are supposed to be collected in the septic tanks, and there should be some kind of partial decomposition and treatment for a certain period of time, and those are supposed to be transported by vacuum tank, which is a suction vehicle, and taken to the disposal site for treatment. But is it happening? If so, we are supposed to see that we hardly see any septic tank is being emptied, isn't it? Why it's like that? Why? The reason behind that, actually, most of the septic tanks are connected to the open drains and storm sewer. It's not connected to the sewerage network because sewerage network is not there at every place. So this is the thing what is happening, and this remains as an invisible problem unless it is overflowing the septic tank and causing nuisance. So the ultimate destination of the sludge is straight to the environment, creating pollution and public health hazard. So now let's throw back. In 2003, there was a nationwide sanitation survey, and in that sanitation survey, it showed that roughly 43% open defecation was there at that time, and government put highest priority on sanitation at that time. So as a result, to reduce the open defecation, millions of toilets and pit latrines have been constructed countrywide without thinking of the consequences of fecal sludge management. By now, the open defecation has reduced to less than 1%. Does it mean that the problem is solved? Not really. Rather, we have entered into the next generation, the second generation sanitation problem known as fecal sludge management. So, why fecal sludge is difficult to handle? It's not a problem in any developed country, isn't it? So why it's a problem for us? The main problem is Bangladesh is a very, very, very densely populated country. We have land constraints. And we simply cannot go for very advanced and expensive technology. But the hardest part is that people do not know about the destination of the sludge and its impact. And few minutes back, we have seen that most of the audience are not aware where it is going and what's happening. So this is true picture. And even in the 21st century, we are seeing the manual emptying is taking places. That means sweepers are manually emptying the septic tanks, are dumping that waste in the nearby open drain. So inhuman. So this is happening irrespective of urban or rural areas in Bangladesh. Different organizations are constructing fecal sludge management plants, they are producing compost, but they are not properly marketing it yet. Let's reveal the opportunities now. Bangladesh uses around 3.5 million tons of fertilizer every year, of which 2.6 million tons are imported. Government provides huge subsidy on chemical fertilizer, but due to overuse of chemical fertilizer, the soil structure is destroying. We are destroying the soil structure, and soil fertility is reducing alarmingly. Ideally, the soil should contain 3 to 4% of organic content, organic matters, to hold the water and nutrients on it. But over the last few years, it has been decreased to less than 1%. So this is the situation in Bangladesh. And we are now considering the potentials of reusing fecal sludge. And hypothetically, if we can convert all the fecal sludge that is generating over the year, then the amount will turn out to be more than the amount we are importing every year, the compost. The use of compost should not be thought from monetary perspective only. Rather, we should think that use of compost from fecal sludge will improve the soil quality and save the environment. Not only that, we can restore the human dignity, not by allowing any manual dislodging of septic tanks anymore. And now let's light a new hope. We have introduced a holistic approach for fecal sludge management in Faridpur municipality through a public-private partnership model. And we have introduced there a very sophisticated system of fecal sludge management. You can just get your service for emptying the septic tank by calling them, calling the municipal desk, service desk, or you can place the request online or whatever form. The sweepers will be coming to your place. They will be collecting the sludge from the septic tank, maintaining health and hygiene aspects, and they will be disposing that in a treatment plant where proper treatment will be taking place, and the treatment operators will be processing the fecal sludge into compost, and they are packaging it, which is safe to handle, and marketing it to the farmers. Challenges are definitely there, which is quite normal. And it is essential that you involve the city authority or municipal authority. Unless the municipal authority is strong enough and strict on enforcing the law and identifies and stops all the illegal connection which from the septic tank to the open drains, no septic tank will ever be filled up, and no problem will be visible ever. So we have to be very strict about enforcement of law and identifying all the illegal connections. And it is equally important that we sensitize the people and create awareness among them and involve the mass population informed about the fact and make them responsive. And definitely, we have to change our mindset of using fecal sludge, compost from fecal sludge for organic purpose as well. And to address that, a citywide social mobilization campaign has been launched to sensitize all segments of the city population so that they understand what's happening and what is their role. And seeing is believing. We are showing them through the demonstration plot how production is increasing using compost from fecal sludge, and also training the farmers what to do and how to do, and marketing the products, ensuring the quality as well as safety of that. Still a long way to go, because we know that the creation of policy environment is very important, where government is putting high subsidy on chemical fertilizer and we are promoting organic fertilizer, then we have to work a lot with the government to make the government sensitive and to facilitate the promotion of organic fertilizer. We have to go a long way. But I believe that time has come. Time has come to turn all our problems into solution. And if you see that we are spending lot of money for chemical fertilizer, in return we are destroying the soil health, isn't it? And we are also bogged down with social taboo. But we can turn this waste into wealth, and we are doing so. And we are providing green jobs, and we are also, by doing so, we can protect the public health. So ultimately, we can demonstrate the world a sustainable solution, sanitation solution. We can demonstrate the world a sustainable solution, sanitation solution in real sense. And this solution is a context specific for any developing countries. So we are trying to create a model for the developing countries, and we believe we can do so, because we believe that shit matters, isn't it? So let's talk about shit. Thank you very much.